Oops, oopsie daisy. I guess a little bit of something is fine, right? Oh shit, Mark of the Devil. Well, it is Brawler, right? See what Okay, testing 1, 2, 3, whatever. Hopefully this is working. Some people like when I do these, whatever, ideas that didn't work or I couldn't get to work, whatever. Like I said, I don't really plan on playing Brawler a lot. Kind of just did it because I was bored. So I will give you guys some stuff to play around with. Maybe you can get it to work. I might do one more video for him or something, or like a large video, but you know, I don't really, excuse me, care about Brawler per se. So some ideas that didn't work and all that kind of shit. And before people, you know, I know people are talking about this orb thingy to grabby. I don't know how many frames it is. I'm not a frame data dude. I don't read that kind of stuff, you know. Generally speaking, 99.9% of the time. I would assume it's a few frames. I would not assume it's any larger than that. It's probably just a few frames or something. It is tight, and I know when people are asking me about it, my opinion is that, I mean, I definitely think it's doable, but in real matches for sure. You know, it's not like insanely hard, but it is harder than the normal things in this game. And it's interesting because it feels like it was put in this game on purpose, right? It feels like it was put on there on purpose. And so from that perspective, it's harder than the normal shit in the game. You know, from that perspective, considering it seems like it was put on there on purpose. I personally think it probably should do like maybe a smidge more damage or maybe be a frame easier for what it is, but anyway, that's my opinion on that, but I definitely think it's realistic and it is often his optimal shit to do. So, but stuff I couldn't get to work, to show you guys some weird shit, I don't know, ideas that I couldn't get to work. I was really trying to combo after this super, like hoping you could link off it some way with some kind of weird setup. I tried a whole bunch of shit. Boom. And you know, I was trying to skip them so it would hit very late from the trail end. I tried it with going to the corner, whatever, like make it hit with the last frame of that kind of shit, you know what I mean? But it seems to have like a set amount of stun. I could just never link the jab off it. I also, of course, was trying shit like, you know, I was trying to make it get a way that you could off the ground with it, so I don't think that counted with it, but it wasn't a good one, right? But, you know, trying to hit it later, so maybe that would work. Or doing a ridiculous combo, like get super high in the air and then like, boom, fly all the way down. And I've actually gotten pretty close to the level 3 hitting, and even this super hitting, it looks like it's only like a frame off. I've gotten pretty close, but I've just never been able to get it to hit. And I also tried some shit like, you know, say, shit like this, I guess. Say what I'm doing. Boom. Does he land there? Then the bomb hits. You're just never in time. It's just not enough. You know what I mean? But, and I've also seen when I've tried weird setups, and I'm just showing you guys like an easy example, right? Because I've tried some pretty combo video setups, right? Say you do this. Boom, hits, but then boom. But then the bomb doesn't hit. It's almost like they made it so they were purposely thinking like maybe when this super hits, it just doesn't let a normal hit. You know what I mean? Because you would think that boom, then they hit the bomb. Oh, well, that one actually got hit. Oh, I was hitting it too many times, that's why. Well, you get the idea. Boom. And then I wanted them to hit the bomb, so then they boom, then they hit up, and then you smack them or something like that. I just couldn't get it to work. It's like almost like they're invincible after they get hit by the super or something, and I just couldn't get it to work. And like I said, I was trying some really crazy setups to get them like super high in there, like, oh god, I don't know where to go. Boom. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. I'm sorry. I forgot what I was doing. Well, anyway, then it'll go boom, boom, and then they would fly all the way down. Wow, I fucked that up, but you get the idea, dude. So it'd be like boom, boom, imagine how boom, boom, boom. Because that one you actually do travel a little faster than the dude, right? And you know what? I've actually gotten that pretty fucking close from some random setups, but just never enough to work, right? Can't even do a fireball anymore. Whatever, you know, shit like that, whatever. But I don't want to say it's totally... I mean, I still feel like there might be a set to get that to work. Let me just say, Brawler has got some serious fucking Goomba action. Some serious, like... You know, I said that's one thing. The game does look pretty good, but a lot of the characters, they got some serious fucking Beetlejuice action going on. Like, his head, it's like a little fucking Goomba. Like, what the fuck is going on with that shit, dude? Like, Gogeta's got, you know, all the characters kind of got the same Goomba. You get the idea, but... Yeah, so I was trying some weird shit, dude. I don't know, thinking. Boom. And then you get to hit late. And like I said, I've tried some weird shit, but I just couldn't get it to work. I'm not gonna say it's totally impossible though, because I feel like maybe there's a way. Right? And then also, shit, let me see. Oops, my bad. Get it really low to the ground with that. And you can see there is a healthy amount of orange on that shit. And I've tried big characters, and it gets really fucking close. That gets really close to hitting, dude. I mean, I tried to run in a little bit. I tried big characters. I don't know, dude. Like, that's another one, like, that might work, dude. I haven't gotten it to work. But, you know, it's pretty damn close. But, again, I'm just trying to show you, like, weird shit, you know, that I'm fooling around when I'm bored. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. See, that one I dashed so fast. Anyway, not totally don't believe that. That might work. I don't know. Some other shit, obviously. I was hoping I'd be able to get some links off of this, like that kind of shit. So you might be like, boom, boom. Well, that one hit way too early, but now you can see my jab right there. That's gonna hit too early. Probably should have picked a smaller character. Anyway, point being, whatever the case, I have timed that before where there is a healthy amount of orange back on it. And I don't want, you know, I couldn't hit the jab, but maybe you might be able to hit a super jump. I have hit it a few times where I'm like, wow, that's pretty damn close, dude. It's pretty damn close sometimes, dude. Like, yeah, pretty damn close. I want to see if I can get a good one. Probably should have picked a smaller character to show you guys, but whatever, fuck me. Fuck me, dude. It's gonna hit too early, too. Oh, there's a smidge of orange. There's a smidge of orange there. I've actually gotten a healthy chunk of orange from some setups, though, but it just, the jump jab just barely misses, though. But maybe there's a way. Again, Brawler's not really my thing, you know what I mean? Kind of just got him because people said to get him, and something to do when I'm bored. And I think I thought, there's a little bit of orange. Probably could hit that. Anyway, so that was an idea. You know, I still think Brawley has like a lot of room to grow. Hitting this super correctly. I've tried some weird setups to, I don't know, what would be an example? What if I was to be like, boom, boom. I fucked it up, but the point what I wanted to try to show there, I've tried to do even some weird setups where you vanish behind them, and then the fireballs kind of skip the guy up a little bit differently. You know, I've tried weird setups to get very low to the ground ones, right? Speaking of other vanish things, I have tried weird shit like, it's not gonna, how should I show this? I'm not sure a good way to show this offhand, but anyway, well, that wasn't good, but okay, what if I could do, I'm trying to think, what were some setups that I've tried with this? That kind of shit, right? And I have gotten the throw to work from that, actually, but of course, the fireball unfortunately went through them. You know what I mean? But I was most definitely trying some shit like that, you know what I mean? Tried some vanish, like whip vanish stuff, and when I did the whip vanish stuff, I tried to do, say, oh, maybe I can super, and then it hits them with the fireball thing. But like I said, the fireball, actually, it just doesn't seem to want to hit. So even when I'd be, you know, it'd be like boom, 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 boom. I see that hit, but the super didn't hit. But point being, I couldn't get that thing to hit. It refused to hit them. Like the bomb just wouldn't fucking hit them. I don't know. I feel like is it like, do they purposely put in a property that normals don't hit when you do that or something? I don't know. Or maybe I was just a frame off or something and it looked like it should have hit. I don't know. Fuck me. Whatever. But those were some other things I was trying to do. God, what were some other kind of weird? I'm not. A lot of stuff feels pretty obvious, right? You know what I mean? I tried looking for some other kind of weird earthquake loops. You know what I mean? I fucked that one up. What was that? Oopsie. I fucked it up. Point is, you want to do like a little mini dash when you do that. Yeah, like that right there. Point is, whatever. You could do that. You know, it just takes a little bit of gotta get the fingers warmed up to do it correctly. Yeah, there's a little wave dash right there. Yeah, you know, when I've fiddled around with them, I have been trying to, no assists, of course, but I'm kind of stuck at like 95, so I'm not sure if I can get it or not, but I tried that. You know, I'm not really sure to say. Brawler's not really my kind of dude. It's kind of dude, because I can do it, I guess. Again, that kind of link to that, whatever. I think you can do it for sure. You know, it's more difficult than the normal kind of shit in this game, but, you know, it's definitely realistic, I think. But I do think that's, so in my opinion on Brawler is, in general, I think they did pretty good on him, considering that, you know, there's not really a lot to pull from. I mean, first of all, I don't know why everyone likes Brawler in the first place. It's kind of, I just imagine, this sounds bad, I imagine the people that like Brawler, and maybe there's a lot of people that watch my YouTube. I don't know, dude. Do you? You know what I mean? If you jack off the furry porn, do you? It doesn't matter to me. I'm just giving my observation. I feel like a lot of people that like Brawly, I don't get it, dude. I feel like it's like some kind of, I like imagine like a very angsty, fat, emo nerd that is about to cut themselves or something like that. I don't understand the popularity of Brawly, especially in the American series, you know what I mean? Because they just had all this rock music playing. It's just so fucking, it's bizarre to me. But besides that, anyway, I do think they did a good job with him, though. I mean, again, he doesn't have a lot of moves to pull from the cannon lure, right? I mean, it feels like pretty much does everything, right? I mean, so I think they did a pretty good job with him in that sense. I mean, I think he did pretty good. I will say it's a little bit worrisome, though, because, like I said, in the next season of the game, I would hope that every character has at least one new normal. Every character has a new special move, you know, one new special move. And, you know, it's worrisome because it's like, man, dude, do they have enough lure to pull from for Brawly to... Do they have another special move to add this motherfucker? You know what I mean? Do they have another normal to give this guy to stick from? I mean, sure, they could just pull something out of their hat, right? But you'd want to do something. Like, at least for old Brawly, right? You know, he could... I don't know why... Again, new Brawly has this meteor shower super, right? You know what I mean? So, but that's like an old Brawly move. So at least when you're thinking of this Brawly, like, okay, we could instantly give him just a random idea off the top of my head for this dude, right? Maybe when you do this move, right? Which, first of all, I think this move should last longer. This move lasts like... It looked like it lasted kind of long right there, but that move, I feel like that should last like a second longer. Smash or anything, right? It's any kind of smash, right? I think if it's a smash, though, it goes away, correct? No, not the smash. It's just like smash specials now, is that correct? Yeah, it's just those kind of smash specials, I forget, but... Anyway, maybe a random idea for this Brawler. Say when you do this motion, Hurricane Kick with Fireball, maybe if you do another Hurricane Kick with Fireball, he shoots fireballs all over, right? And then you do again, whatever. You gave him a new move, right? And it's part of his canon lore because, again, well, these characters, Brawly, he doesn't have a lot to pull from, dude, right? So that could be one of Brawly's new moves or some bullshit, you know what I mean? What this dude's new move would be, I don't fucking know, right? But like I said, for what it's worth, though, I think, I mean, I actually do have ideas for what they could do to him, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I think they did well because he doesn't have a lot to pull from, right? You know, considering Vegito, this motherfucker has so much shit you could actually do with him, and they couldn't even make him block correctly when he has it in every other single game, right? Like, fuck my titties, dude. Right? Anyway, so yeah, Brawley, I think they did good with him. He's interesting. You know, I don't think he's. I hope in the next season, you know what I mean? I hope every character gets a new special move and a new normal move. And, you know what I mean? Flesh them out. They only need. Just flesh them out a little bit more and fix the fundamental problems of the game because the game is so totally janked and fucked up fundamentally from a fighting game perspective. Where it's just absolute crap. You know what I mean? Like I said, the game is the new things in the game are cool. Fundamental crap in this game is absolutely fucking atrocious. But other than that, yeah, like I said, I think Brawler thing's pretty good. I do think the orb to grab, I do think again, probably should be like a frame easier or something like that, or you know, make it do a smidge more. Instead of 1350, maybe 1450 or 1500. You know what I mean? It should do a little bit. It just doesn't make sense in the game. But I do think that it's a good, I hope, foreshadowing that they are going to be adding harder things in the game on purpose that are fundamental, like, because that to grab, that's totally B&B, you know what I mean? It's optimal shit from a lot of things and it's totally realistic, so, and it feels like it was put on there on purpose. Again, in the grand scheme of things of the game, it doesn't make much sense, but I do hope that the game is going a direction of adding in harder stuff on purpose, if that makes sense. So I think that is cool. Anyway, you know, just a lot of other kind of weird links. I already did that in the video, no point. Yeah, I forget, I did a lot of this shit, you know what I mean? But I do have like maybe another video coming. I still got a little bit of other shit to show, but in general, I mean, those were kind of like, I was trying to get some weird, wacky setups with that, you know what I mean? Finding specific distances to get that to hit correctly at lower heights. I feel like that's basically it, right? I don't think he's not too complicated of a character, really. I guess you guys would have to ask if there's something else, but yeah, really just kind of the super shit. I was hoping I could hit that a little bit strangely. Yeah, it still might even work, but anyway, the end, I guess.